I am Osgur from Adrenalin Detector. This video is about evolution with a scanning device, marble detection, how to do it. I'll show you this. I will identify it. Marble. Similar. The object in question. Example exists. However, it is an ID, identification number, if unknown, to be identified. Target on the object. Let's match up. I will now show you the match. How to make, and then transmitter unit using how to send a signal to the ground. I'm going to show you. The first thing we will do on marble, fire with unit match will be to perform the process. Afterwards, setting aside the test object with the transmitter unit, I will send a signal to the Earth. After waiting 10 minutes, we'll stop the search. I'll do it. And after 10 minutes, communication with the object buried in the ground will take place. Detection capability will be exposed. Thus, the buried object, it will be identified separately with comfort. I will explain how to perform this task. First, I prepare the receiver unit for usage. Black cable output. The black place on the sockets, the red one. If the cable is red on the output sockets on the ground. The hues located at the bottom of the receiver antennas. By acting according to the black, which is black, to the entrance, the red one leads to the red entry point, will be attached. Red receiving antenna in the right hand and black receiving antenna in the left hand. Using it is required. I will put the transmitter unit aside and perform the matching task. I'm turning on the device. Earlier, I completed the matching process. ID number to be identified. It is 02, but from 00 onwards, which ID should I look for as I go up? How does the number? I will show that the match has occurred for you to see. With the ID value of 00, starting the match. Target object. I move at least 3 meters away. And my antennas, search position. I'm getting it ready. And with very slow movements, I'll calmly go over the target. I received a very low response. Now, again with ID number 01, I'll go over the target. The reaction is a bit higher. Now, I will go over the target again, this time with ID number 02. Yes, his reaction at 02Z was pretty strong. This one. Sure, I can accept the ID number, but I'll explain it again with ID number 03 for better clarity. The best for detection. ID number, you can see. Yes, using 01. Same at the reaction level. This also shows that I need to make a call to 02. Most ideal. ID match number. I will now turn off the device and to the earth for 10 minutes. I will send a signal with ID number 02. 10 minutes later with the device rotating around the transmitter unit. Is there a response occurring? I will attempt to perceive it. Now to the ground with the transmitter unit. How to send. I will show you. Turning off the device, and I'm putting it aside. Again, as in the receiving unit, the cables to the output sockets with the same colors so that it's pointing in the direction of the signal. Sending a signal, transmitter, electrodes, again, input socket colors. By paying attention, I'm plugging in the cables. I turned off the device. Now there is a point to be considered here. In order for the electrode gaps to facilitate interaction, they need to be in close proximity. Intermediate distance. The distance on the box should be about 15 to 20 centimeters. Now, the ID number found in the providing unit. What I want to establish by bringing it to the number. For a quick interaction, bring the output power to the highest level. I'll signal the ground for 10 minutes. In between, spacing distance, as I just mentioned, about 15 to 20 centimeters. To remain. Electrode rods, all the way to the bottom. I dip it in the soil. If the soil is moist, there is no need to take any action, but is sandy and very dry, water should be poured into its depths. Now, I will run the device for 10 minutes. I'm pausing the video here. At the end of 10 minutes, I will perform the search operation. I'll see you again. Hello again. It took an estimated 10 minutes. Using the providing unit to the earth, I am sending a signal with the ID value of 02. Now, how to detect an object buried in the ground, and I will show it to you. Match made. The marble is here. This provision contains two features, all on disk. Always, every object is recognized without any discrimination. Also, disk discrimination. The receiver unit distinguishes by it has made a perception, a mod. First of all, I also want to show it from the unit. In the disk section, I will pass over the marble I matched. Yes, it's very beautiful. I'm getting a reaction. Now, to give you a better understanding how the transmitter unit performs a task for you to see in a healthy way, I will use it in all modes. All modes. Found outside the soil to an item when the unit sends a signal to the earth. He won't react. I'll show you this. After that, the other piece of the mate buried in the ground. I will try to get it. Switching the device to all mode. And just now, I showed the match process. I'm getting back on the marble. Too slow again. Look, there's no reaction. All mode of the device. Sent to the ground. Signals. He's following it. It detects signals. Disk mode is to track the signals sent to the ground beside himself a radar by sending signals through the air. Is executing the separation task. I will go through and then I will show the search process again. I pass very slowly so that I try to create an interaction by force. No effect. I will set the marble aside and demonstrate the search. First, I am displaying the search operation in all mode. I'll switch to disk mode sometimes during detection, indicating to you, because between all mode and disk mode, perception responses differ from each other. 5 meters from the transmitter unit, by walking away in a counterclockwise direction, I'm going to take a lap around the block. To make 3 laps is sufficient. If we are not receiving any reactions or signals, by choosing a different identification number, we can try calling again after waiting for 5 minutes. Now, it's very windy, but for sure, if the receiving antennas are not interacting, will not react. Slow movements around the device. I am turning counterclockwise around the clock. Yes, I received a low reaction. The angle is flipped. The antenna's movement will be invisible to you. I will turn clockwise to make the antenna movement visible. Honestly, the direction is counterclockwise. Please perform your search in this direction. Yes, I got a response here. I am done with my type since I know it's a single target, but there are multiple ones in the area you're searching. Object, you can perceive. Yes, it's a bit longer, as strong as possible. I am conducting the third round. Yes, the antennas bumped into each other, but the reception, it was happening with force. I will return and go past again, because it's exactly to close. The antennas hit each other and created a blockage. Here, I'm getting a signal on this line. I just got the disc in position. I mentioned that the device shows different reactions. And now I want to show it to you. As I just showed in all mode, two antennas are closing. It's like this. An interaction happens. When used with the transmitter unit, how does it behave in disc mode? I'll show you. For your understanding, I'm putting the device in disc mode. I just had both antennas shut down, and it used to perform a detection. Right now it's just the one in my right hand, receiving antenna, turning in the direction of the detected target. It shows the location of the target. In case, if the target happened to be on the right side, the left antenna would now point inward. Turning would show the direction of detection. Again, in the process, I keep going in the same way. That the identified target is in this direction. Antenna shut down. In a way I understand. Now, to understand where you are. Through the line I detected, moving 3 or 5 meters towards the target. Again, transmitter unit. 90 degrees direction. I will proceed by cutting. Our second line. I'm moving another 3 meters away again. At the same time, I move 3 meters out from the detected line. The important point here is this. It is necessary to move at least 3 meters away from the detection line and the target. We need to step outside the magnetic pull to experience healthy perception. Detection continues in the same line. Yes, the detection is still continuing. Now I'm moving away again. When we pass the detected target, this time the receiving antennas will let us know that the line has disappeared. Like in disc mode, it will point out the target's direction using one antenna. I'm pointing again. Because I am very close to the target, the right antenna is also reacting a bit. Now I'll move 3 meters further away. I'll show it again. Yes, right now from the target. There is no response from the right antenna because I moved 3 meters away. Only the left antenna is responding. If we get too close to the target, that we are getting closer to the target, the other antenna, the closing strength will let us know. The closer we come, and the other antenna will turn off to let us know we're approaching the target. I'm getting close to the target now. I'll find it, take it out, and show it to you. Yes, the right antenna reacted. Check the right antenna. I'm getting really close to the target. You can observe. Yes, there is a bit more reaction. Both antennas are shutting down now. Angle is the same. This too. It indicates that the probability of being on target is quite high. Us. The aim I buried, your current whereabouts, and its depth. I know. I want to show you too. Healthy closure. Point. This was it. I can control this place coming from 4 directions. Now, and the other, coming from the opposite direction, I will find the target center. Your target of the perceived center point. I'll know exactly where you are. I'm coming slowly. Yes, here I am now moving away slowly, and let's see how the antennas move. Slowly the right antenna. He walked away. I'm coming back on target. Reactions. Understand. 4. I want to say. As the opposite antenna moves away from the target, continues to point in the direction. As the inner directional antenna, which is closer to the target, moves away, it will start to open up. It will indicate that it has moved away from the target. And now, I'll take out the target. Yeah, this is our detection point. I'll take the shovel and show you. I will leave the device here to make sure there's no mix-up. I get the shovel. I'll take the device and put it aside. If we hold the camera and show it. It's been 3 days since we buried this marble. Insects are all over. I want to indicate when a signal hits the Earth in every mode given to the Earth. We can follow the signals. We can track the signals. We can detect the object. But finally, if this operation is performed in disk mode, at the same resonance, because we're going to perform a search operation, the distinction will be much healthier. The user has a very strong hand here. With ID values between 0 and 99, you can perform any search, is able to carry out. I hope we can meet again soon.